Okay. All right. Thank you. Introduction for Black Rain. They would call it 4 BC before Aegon's conquest, but these things have not yet come to pass, and perhaps they never will. In our timeline of Westeros and A Song of Ice and Fire, this session begins a new campaign, a new beginning, and a new alternate history. Through various stories, we will build a what if that will rival Shattered Kingdoms. And to do this, we start at the beginning. Well, not the very beginning, but the beginning of the Targaryen hegemony. The Riverlands and what would be known as the Crownlands sink under the yoke of the king most foul. Harren Hoare is an evil despot without remorse. Even among his Ironborn, he is known as a tyrant of utmost savagery. Near 40 years ago, he began the great construction on the south bank of the God's Eye. A massive castle that dwarfs all others in Westeros looms over the Riverlands. Its black stone, massive uneven towers, and thick walls fill the hearts of men with a sense of foreboding. Hundreds, if not thousands, of thralls work day and night as they have done for 4 decades. The end of what King Harren has called Harrenhal is near. Through the labors of rivermen slaves and any that dare fall into the clutches of King Harren's black desire, and he desires still. The King of the Isles and Rivers has deemed it time to increase production. The Storm King threatens, as does foreign invaders from Dragonstone and insolent vassals such as House Tully. With such a colossus complete, no king or lord in Westeros can challenge Harren the Black. And yet, in Rosby, a formal alliance is. Oops, I need to go to the next one for you guys because you don't see that, yeah. Um, okay.
Got it.
In Rosby, a formal alliance is on the horizon. Lord Edmyn Tully's nephew, Eldrick, is set to wed Elsbeth Rosby. The lords under House Hoare must build strong bonds in order to weather his terrible tempest. But the dangers in the wilds are extreme. The Ironborn look for easy prey to bring to Harrenhal, and their employment, which will work a man or woman until their back breaks. And when they are of no use, they are a waste of resources, and their life is forfeit. John Tully has braved the roads and wilds to escort Lady Elsbeth back to Riverrun. Sir John, Eldrick's elder brother, seeks to help strengthen the bonds and keep his eyes peeled for opportunities to do his house's overlord harm. For Torrin and Harik, there may be no such grand ambitions, but for coin and food, and no love for Harren and his minions, they sell their swords to House Rosby. To earn coin and undermine the foul Black Harren? It is a sweet meal if they live to taste it. And today, each of you have been brought to Lord Reginald Rosby's solar. Your journey begins. Okay. Let me switch the music. Let's do. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So just ambiance for now. So I'm going to give me one sec here. I also have to remember how to. All right. The three of you have been summoned to Lord Reginald's solar. Sir John, you have been in Rosby for probably a day at the most. Torn and Harik, you've probably worked for Lord Rosby for a little while. It's up to you to decide. Not Harik and Torrin, you may know each other. That's up for you to decide. Sir John, you probably do not know them. But each of you wait outside his solar, and you are free to roleplay amongst yourself. There is a servant there, kind of just waiting impatiently by the door for Lord Reginald to call you forward.
Go ahead,
What do
Hark.
you think? You wanna say we know each other? Have been around a few months.
Yeah.
I think it would
Okay.
make sense for you guys, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Herrick Waters leans against a heavy wooden door, his long sword hanging over his right hip, kind of cleaning his nails. He's a tall man with a wiry frame and deep-set dark eyes and stringy hair that falls over his shoulders, and over his cloak he's wearing a brooch. Um, if you look close enough, it looks like a squid or a leviathan of some sort, but it's obviously been modified in some way. He looks over to Torin and says, "Another day in paradise, eh, Torin? Look outside. It's bright. The birds are chirping. Let's just hope they don't shit on our shoulders. Any clue what this job is supposed to be about?"
Torin kind of gives a gruff humph at Hark's question. He's a simple sellsword, not even a hedge knight or anything, just a competent man as he leans against his large two-handed maul, kind of leaning against it as perhaps someone would against a crutch or cane. Torin answers, no, I am not quite sure, but he summons me and I answer. I'm sure it'll be for a fair amount of coin and a good amount of work to keep us busy in these months.
You are most certainly right. Who hasn't heard of the tales on the road? The Hoare raiders in the forest along the road? Just that family slaughtered the other day. 3 hamlets up.
No doubt the only thing that can be trusted on these roads are to never trust Iron Islander.
Too right, Torn. Too right, Torn. But I can use a fucking breakfast. He kind of looks around, and is there a serving person nearby
Yeah,
to grab a crust?
there's a lady nearby. She's standing next to the door. She's not really seeming to pay you much mind. Let me grab. Let's just say her.
Miss Maiden here. A crust of bread for myself and my large friend here.
Are you talking to me, my lords?
My lord. Oh yeah.
No lords
Yes.
here.
Oh. I'm glad you think we present as such, ma'am. Yes.
Oh, I could go down to the kitchens when my business is done here. I'm waiting for the Lord to let you in so I can clean up out here. Just waiting for you to move along, so to speak. But I can head down to the kitchens if it were. She looks over to Sir John and she says, you are a lord, are you not?
I'm not the lord. Just a sir.
Oh, that's all the same to me, if you know my meaning.
Yes, I think I do. He'll kind of sit upright a little bit.
What would you like from the kitchens? I can bring you meat. The others, I can bring you bread.
I'll take some drink. Some meat, I guess. Feeling a bit peckish.
Wine for you.
Wine is good.
She looks to the others. Ale for you, gentlemen.
Beer, bread, and bacon.
Aye. Yeah. That sounds good.
Well, since it doesn't appear the Lord is going to open his door anytime soon, I should have time to go and fetch this for you. She
Much
curtsies.
obliged.
She curtsies and takes a step back and will leave the room unless she is addressed again.
Torin doesn't say anything to her.
Yeah, Sir John's not going to say anything to call her back.
Yeah, she leaves you three there alone, and you've heard that this man with you, or in the same room, is a sir. You do believe you caught him sane, at the very least. Each of you, Sir John, do you have your crest on your breast?
Yeah, he'd be, at the very least, he'll have a pennular or something like that.
Yeah, so you two can give me a lore skill check if you would like, to see if you recognize his sigil. Mundane is probably fine. That's a good roll.
Lore.
Yeah, lore.
What's that under?
That's
Oh,
knowledge.
there it is.
Knowledge.
Oh, I don't have a.
It's only a TN10, so because we're doing. Okay, so Harik somehow does not recognize the fish of House Tully, but Torin does.
Torin, leaning against his large maul, kind of looks to Herrick and looks over to John. Then, Sir John, did I hear correctly? You in service to House Tully?
Well, yes. Good service with House Tully.
Oh, how long then?
Oh, I'd say for my whole life.
Torin's eyes.
Born under a proper right star, you are. Born a lord, then.
Well, I still had to work for it.
Well, here you are, scrapping for corn like Torn and I here. Who'd you cross or fuck up?
Well, I'm not scrapping for coin, but I consider it an honor and duty to be asked to escort or to pay heed to House Rosby here.
Yeah. Herrick kind of is a bit dense if you haven't recognized it. It kind of dawns on me. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
And John will sit back. So tell me, how's the wine here?
Good enough. A lot better than some of the piss you can drink in the wine sinks of your larger towns.
Good. It's been some time since I had a good goblet full.
As you're talking about the wine, the door opens and you see a middle-aged man with a beard, and he's wearing not kind of ornate clothes that you would expect some lords to wear, but he does have the sigil of his house, House Rosby, as you see on the tabard there on the tapestry. He pushes the door open, not fully all the way, and looks outside and says, "Ah, you're here. Good. Come in. Close the door." And he turns and walks back into his solar and sits down on the other side of this fairly large table.
Torin, knowing his place, kind of gives deference to Sir John to lead the way, being a knight as opposed to him being a simple commoner.
And John will stand up, and he'll kind of straighten himself up a little bit. I guess the good wine must wait. And he'll start walking in.
Eric ducks under the entryway, and there's a loud clang as the heavy oaken door shuts behind him. He kind of looks at the table and tries to find an empty seat, and looks a little bit uncomfortable, as if he doesn't know the proper procedure and when to sit, when to stand, and who to pay deference to.
Yeah, Lord Rosby just kind of waves to the seats. Sit. No reason to stand. This is all all very informal, if you will.
Yes, my lord. I dare say, you have a proper view out here, over the courtyard. I see. What's the name of the church? The Sept?
Yeah, there's a sept, yeah.
Yeah, I see the Sept there in the distance. Rather beautiful, I think.
Yes, when you have a room in the tower of your keep, you do have a very good view of the surrounding areas. And you wonder if that was a jab, or maybe you don't, but maybe the others do. Regardless, I'm glad you all came. Sir John, it is nice to make your acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. Pleasure's all mine.
So, I suppose I shall tell you all why I've brought you here. Harek and Torin, you have come highly recommended by my master at arms that you can keep your mouth shut and do a job. And if you complete this job successfully, well, there is coin in it and good service for House Rosby in the future.
Aye, my lord, we'll see it done.
Well, don't agree too quickly. You don't know what it is yet.
Fair enough, my lord.
Well, I guess we'll get to it then. You see, Sir John here has traveled the Riverlands from Riverrun to Rosby, as you might see, might guess, but it will be more difficult on the way back. Sir John here is to bring my daughter Elsbeth to Riverrun so that she would be wed to his younger brother, Eldrick. And being what the state of these lands are under Harren the Black, curse his name 1,000 times, well, she needs a guard. And a guard that will not draw too much attention. So I cannot send a retinue of soldiers and knights, can I? They would be immediately absconded upon by the Ironborn, and so we will do it quietly. I leave the route back up to you. I suggest trying to avoid Harrenhal, if possible, and all major settlements for that matter, until you get to Riverrun, and then you may return, if you so wish, and I will have payment for you if you do survive.
Eric thinks about the offer, not one moment before he says, "It's more than kind, my lord. I've been looking for such a job to line my pockets a bit, and it gives me opportunity to prove myself. My bravery, that is, against House Hoare and those bastards."
Is there a particular, well, I guess never mind. You don't want to know how we get her there, just that we get her there safely, correct?
It is up to you. I would suggest that I do not know, unless something would befall this castle and I would be taken. It is a security precaution. I do not want myself to know or you to speak it here. Therefore, if there are prying ears in the hall or spies that I do not know about, they will not know which way you go.
Sounds fair enough.
So, John, you did come this way, so I assume you would know your way back, although if you went the same way that you came, perhaps that is a mistake.
Uh, take the easy road in. I can take the harder road out.
As I
Any
say,
luck?
do not say here. You can discuss it on the road. There is some time before you would make a decision on which way you might go. And I do have, just to interject real quick, I do have a map that you can view.
I was gonna say,
Get a lay of the land.
after we leave, Torin will kind of make his suggestions. But if you guys want to stare at it a bit,
Yeah, there's the map, right? You can either go what I'm calling the Rosby Road. I don't think it's actually named. That's to Duskendale, and then of course the King's Road north, and then you can go. I guess you could go to Blackwater Bay. Probably your best bet to catch a ship would be in Duskendale. And I suppose you could go up the Blackwater Rush, which would be, or I guess you would have to go down. You don't want to do that. But it's up to you. So there's Rosby, and Riverrun is straight west of the God's Eye, well, northwest, I should say. And the God's Eye, if you this right here is Harrenhal, so. Oh, I'm
is it
sorry. Here
above?
it's
It's on the north side.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're right. I did say it was the south, but it is the north. My bad. So. Okay. Swinging back over, you can whatever you guys were gonna say.
It will be done, my lord, but by your leave, we'll get together and decide on a proper course to set.
Of course. And then there's a knock on the door. Bang, bang, bang. And Lord Rosby kind of looks up and he just nods to one of you to open the door.
Torin will hustle over to do it, feeling that he's probably least in terms of standing of the trio.
Yeah, as you do, you see this the small folk girl with a platter in hand, and behind her is a young woman, perhaps 18, maybe. She has red hair with a white streak in the front. She's not. I mean, she is pretty for women in this age, certainly, and definitely you could tell this is probably a noble lady, and it doesn't take too much to guess this might be Reginald's daughter that you will be escorting. And the small folk kind of steps forward and shuffles to the side with the platter, and the lady walks in, and she has this sable gown on, and says, "Ah, father, are these my trusted sworn shields for the road?" And he nods, and she looks over Torin, who is the closest, and then Sir John, and then past him to Harik, and says, "Ah, noble warriors indeed. They have asked the Gretchen here for some refreshments this morning. Are you done with them so they can eat?" And he nods. "I am done with them."
Herrick would have been standing, as you enter, and he says, "My lady," and oh, thank you so much for your graciousness, and we'll guard her with our lives, Lord Rosby.
"Yes, you will. And if you return, I will give you 20 silver each. Not a insignificant sum, which 20 silver would be a fortune for you guys."
I dare say, Lord Rosby, this is the first time I've been at your table. 20 silver is more than enough. For I'd like to be here again.
Well, if you succeed, then you shall be.
He looks very proud of himself.
Sir John will stand up. Well, my lord, I will make sure they send a crow to you once we arrive in Riverrun.
Be wary, for the ravens can be captured, perhaps. But yes, once she is there and safe, it will matter less. But King Harren would not approve of this marriage. Clearly. But break your fast in the kitchens or in the grand hall as you wish. And then you may be off. Elsbeth, are you ready? Yes, father, I am ready. She nods. I would break my fast with the three of them to get to know my sworn shields. He just shrugs. Very well. Goodbye, daughter. And she curtsies. Very sterile goodbye from a father to a daughter who maybe he would never even see her again. He just waits expectantly for you all to leave. Elsbeth does first, walking out, waving to the servant to follow her.
Yeah, Sir John would give follow.
Torin will motion for Herrick to go next and then be the last one to leave and kind of bow/nod to Lord Reginald.
Yep. Herrick manages a bow to Lord Rosby before he leaves and turns and ducks under the entryway.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You head back out and you navigate the castle from whence you came behind Elsbeth and the small folk servant, and she takes you down to the there's kind of a not the grand hall, but there's kind of an adjoining hallway that's probably set up for household knights and certain men-at-arms and their wives and such. And Gretchen begins to lay out the stuff on the platter. There's meats, cheeses, there is bread, and there is wine and ale. And she says, I will excuse myself and continue my duties, my lady, and me lady. And Elsbeth just nods and sits down and kind of roughly grabs a heel of bread and just takes a bite of it. So, tell me about yourselves before we make for Riverrun through the horrors of these lands that I hear so much about.
Herrick would defer to Sir Tully.
Well, my lady, I am what do they call me? Betrothed, right? I am your betrothed's younger brother. It's my duty to get you to him safely. That I intend to.
Ah, you are my betrothed's brother.
Yes, my lady.
Tell me about him. You can make it up. Here's a picture of him. I do have that, so that's what he looks
What a gooner.
Right.
like. Yeah.
Well, he just
He's
stopped
got a
pissing the bed.
Yeah. Yeah. He just stopped wetting himself.
What can I say? A lot of ladies think he's handsome. He is a bit smaller than myself, but he cleans up nicely, I would say.
Smaller, you say, so slight of frame?
Yes, lean but firm.
Hmm. Firm, eh? I guess we will see. Have you traveled much through the Crown, or not the Crownlands? I don't know what they would call this area.
Riverlands.
Yeah, well, I mean, well, Rosby's technically not in the Riverlands, but have you traveled much to between here and Riverrun?
Not much. Some, but I wouldn't say not without purpose. So I go wherever I'm asked to go, and it's not a whole lot of places right now due to all the, well, as you know, House Hoare there.
For a generation, is it not? What about you two? You seem well-traveled men. Hard, road-weary, experienced. Tell me, what have you seen?
Well, my lady, I'm a simple sellsword under the service of your father currently, and it is indeed true. One of the few privileges that have been granted to me as a commoner is the ability to travel without much in the way of responsibility, like those of yourself or your kin, those that are lords of Rosby and others of the houses of the Riverlands. As a result, I've been able to see quite a fair share of the Riverlands north of the Blackwater Rush all the way up to the Neck.
Then, this would be a good task for you then. What about you? What is your name, by the way? She looks back to Torin, not catching his name.
I am simply Torin.
Yes, I'm Elsbeth, in case you have not been told.
I have, my lady. Your name is in well regard here in the town surrounding your keep.
Oh, is it? You can give me a streetwise. Herrick and Torin, you can at least. You guys can both give me a streetwise. See what rumors there are about her. That is a failure. And that is a failure. Wait. Challenging is 15. Yes. So Harik, I'm just gonna make it simple. So Elsbeth is Reginald's only daughter. She's 17 years old. She has been betrothed before. This was a match that was approved by House Hoare, and she was betrothed to one of his more leal bannermen. I don't have the house off the top of my head. It doesn't matter. We'll just say House Good Brother or something. And he ended up, they were to be wed, and the night before their wedding, he died of a malady, some natural cause in his bed. And everyone is thinks she's a little strange, how she behaves. She's quite a proficient artist, and she likes to draw these celestial bodies in the sky at night. And people, there's a wild rumor that she worships strange gods and odd things like that. She's a very deep reader. She has books that supposedly cost a great deal of money that have been brought over from Essos and these esoteric books, and she never goes to the sept and is generally seen as unladylike, although there's no specific reason why people say that other than she doesn't spend all her day doing knitting and going to the sept to pray, sort of thing.
Right. So Herrick knows all that about her then.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, knowing all that, he's almost even a little bit smitten with her because he kind of represents, or she kind of represents that kind of outcast part of the lordling class, whereas he's, obviously just a bastard. And he stands and he gives her a bow and introduces himself. Herrick Waters, my lady.
Ah, born of
Unlike Torrent,
passion.
yes, you could say that. Although, well, I suppose we can get into that story on the road. I'm certainly not as well traveled as Torrent here. In fact, have rarely traveled far from the Red Fork. From a hamlet just north of here, Saltpans by Trident.
Ah,
But yes, born of passion, as you would say.
that is what they say of all bastards.
Well, well, I'm at your service, my lady.
Good, I hope so. And she continues to eat. So, did you decide which way we were going to go then? I know little of geography, although well, practical geography, although I have studied the maps of the Riverlands, and I have my own suggestions if you would hear them.
Well, let us hear them, your lady, and we'll see what merit they have.
Well, it seems to me that traveling on the King's Road is not a great idea if we are supposed to be doing this quietly. Would you not agree?
So far, so good.
So what other options are there? From here, we can go northeast along the Rosby Road to Duskendale, and either there continue north to Maidenpool, and across across country, or pick up a ship. I do not know if we wish to do so in Duskendale, as it will take a while to sail around Crackclaw Point. Or we can simply go across land.
Staying clear of Harrenhal and Lord Harroway's town are probably the best courses of action, but as you said, we could take Duskendale and then either by ship or by road to Maidenpool, and then try going up the Trident and down the Red Fork to the to Riverrun. Or I personally would prefer to stay away from water, as that is the second home to the Iron Islanders. Perhaps take the road along the Blackwater Rush and across to Stony Sept and Pink Maiden, and then north along the Red Fork until we get to Riverrun.
Do you suggest we go south to go north and go to King's Landing?
Well, there's no King's Landing there, right?
Oh, that is true. Yes, duh. You are totally right. I'm sorry. Yes.
There's not much there, but sometimes the way forward is a few steps back.
And I suggest, my lady, Torrent has rarely led me astray in our adventures in your father's service thus far. He has a good head about him, that Torrent.
Yes, very shiny. What do you think, Sir John?
I think that's probably a good plan. Keeps us away from Harrenhal, keeps us out of the ocean.
I would ask you one favor. There is a farmhouse slightly to the north of here that I have visited often. I enjoy the family much. My father has let me go that far at least. They have a nice field that allows me to view the stars. It is quiet, it is calm, and I would like to think about it for a day, or a night at least. If we have to double back, I don't think that should be a problem. Do you?
Torin kind of looks to Sir John and for his opinion on the matter, kind of zigzagging or double backing, maybe not the most ideal from a time perspective, but he looks at Sir John. Well, you would be in charge of this journey. It is up to you if you think that's fair. Tell me, my lady, how far of a ride north of Rosby is this location?
Oh, just, I believe it's, if I, on horse, sitting side saddle, it was 6 hours. I can ride, but is it wise that we take horse? It will draw attention to us.
But if it's 6 hours on horse, that means it must be twice as long on foot.
A day's journey, I dare say.
Perhaps. The going was slow. As I said, I was sitting side saddle and not actually riding. It is all very ponderous.
A day's journey, just to think about it.
I do like
Are
their
all ladies
fields.
such are all ladies such a way, my lady?
Do you know other ladies?
I dare say. Not like you. I mean, among the common folk I do. Bar wenches and the like.
No, it's 6 hours back. Perhaps we could cut through and cut off some time, but I'd hate to have to explain that we got attacked 6 hours north of where we're supposed to be.
I dare say, is there any reason to expect an attack so soon?
Well, it wouldn't take much. You got bandits, you got, what do they call them, Salt Brothers or whatever. You got the King's Men, you got, there's all sorts of people that would like to look at the prize that we escort and like to take that prize from us. But I would say if the lady insists, then we shall. We could probably accommodate on horseback.
If we ride, we ride.
I suppose if the lady has drawn the ire of the enemy so soon, might as well face them sooner here in an open field than on the road in the forest. Our sword is at your service, Lady Rosby.
Well then, it seems as though we have made a decision. When shall we leave?
I would suggest first light. It will give you time to find perhaps some clothing that is more akin to a commoner and makes you less conspicuous on this adventure.
She looks down and then chortles. Yes, I think that is wise. It is not usual for one in my station to dress so plainly, but I would enjoy it greatly, I think.
Well, the less people that know your station, the better off we are.
Yes, I would agree. I can gather my things. Of course, I should bring my proper attire as well. There is a wedding to attend, and it is my own, so I think I should probably have something that would be fitting for such an occasion. But I will not wear it. I will put it in the pack, along with some other things that I cannot do without.
And what exactly can you not do without, my lady?
Oh, books mostly. Nothing of great import to anyone else besides myself. Do you read, Torin?
Great question. I doubt that very much.
Yeah, I do not believe so.
No, my lady. I only know how to make my mark.
Ah, well, perhaps on the way I could begin to teach you some letters if you are so interested.
Never had anyone offer me that, but suppose if time allows, who am I to say no to a lady of higher station?
I've never taught someone how to read before. It might be an interesting challenge.
Torn kind of shrugs like he'd never even contemplated learning to read.
Well then, on the morn, when the cock crows then.
Until
Yes.
then, we will all prepare. Right, Herrick?
Absolutely, Torn. More than prepare. Rest well, my lady.
We'll see you in the morning, my lady.
Well, I'm not leaving yet. I have wine to drink and food to throw into my mouth. You should join me. And she will eat for the next half an hour. Eats way more than it would seem possible that someone of her size, which is not, she's maybe 5 feet tall, maybe 100 pounds, that sort of thing. Eats quite a bit and finally drinks quite a bit as well, and finally stands up and bids you adieu and leaves. And you have basically a day to do whatever you would think that you would want to do. If there's,
I think
if
we
there's
would.
nothing you want to do, then we can move forward, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, this is a day out and back, right? Same day trip.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, she seems
Yeah.
to think it's going to not quite be that long because she thought that their journey there was ponderous, I believe is what she said, because she was sitting side saddle and not actually riding with any speed. But
Yeah, Torn will take what meager belongings he has and kind of get them together in preparation for the trip.
Yeah, Herrick will do his best. He gets his sword belt, which is, yeah, this kind of cracked, dried leather. It's been down through a couple different dead men and oils and, polishes and sharpens his sword as best he can and tries to look his best as though he has this aspiration to be a real knight. And, he looks up to Sir Tully, of course, and he doesn't want to be outshone by him, at least not completely. And so he'll be waiting probably bright and early the next morning, like ready to go.
Yeah, Sir John's gonna prepare his kit there. Make sure everything's nice and orderly, so he could don it quickly in the morning. Kind of before he leaves, he'll kind of look back at Torn and Herrick. Well, I hope this isn't a mistake to go north when we should be going west.
I'd be lying if I said I'm thrilled with it, but I would like to think that no one is aware of this secret betrothal outside of Lord Tully and Lord Rosby. I imagine the most we'll have to deal with, if the gods favor us, are bandits and perhaps a roving Iron Islander patrol.
Both not ideal to meet. But perhaps maybe that we won't see nothing, and then we could do whatever direction we please after that. And he'll walk out to see to his kit.
yeah, so
Hey.
if there's go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, go ahead.
You go. Good.
No, I'll just kind of gets his kit kind of ready at Sir John's side, and he says, "Yeah, being out underneath an open sky will be good for us. Yeah, too much horse shit in the nostrils. It lingers. Give me an open sky.
I do tend to agree with that. Seems like the more people they are, the worse it smells. And with any luck, we'll be able to smell the saltmen coming before they see us. Lord knows they don't bathe that often.
We are of one mind on that, Sir John.
And Sir John look at his gear. It looks like it's seen some work.
Yeah, I'm a working man, as you might say. I underplayed my travels a bit with Lady Rosby. Humility, I think, is a good quality, at least that's what my grandfather used to say.
Well, if only more men would think that way, we'd probably be in less of a predicament now than we were.
I would not like to boast, Lord Tully, but with a name like Waters, your sword more or less needs to do the talking. Because, I don't know, but you might not have noticed, but between my ears sometimes doesn't work none good.
And Sir Tully will pat his back. Well, rest assured, I met many of a bastard who will hold their own. I have no doubt that you're capable. And as far as your sense goes, sometimes it's better not to overthink it. It's a lot better just to keep it simple.
Ah, you're right. My grandpapa used to say the same thing. By the way, have you seen that hulking brute around? Ah, Torrin may have been deep in his cups last night.
Torin kind of comes, I wouldn't say stumbling, but he comes in, smells like he had a good night. And, but despite the somewhat maybe hungover state, you know from your few months of serving with him that he's going to be ready to go.
Just
Enjoy.
for shits, give me a stamina skill check to see how hungover you are.
Alrighty.
You are not hungover at all. You feel great.
He maybe dunks his head, in like that barrel of water you find outside of a inner tavern, and scrubs his thinning hair and runs it through his beard and comes in. Morning, gents. Hope your night was as good as mine.
It certainly was, Torrin. I had a great night's sleep. 10 hours worth. It just goes right over his head.
Mine may not have been as venturous, but it was just as good.
The good thing about being a sellsword is the coin you earn, you tend to spend it quickly, mostly on women and wine, and, well, let's just say wine doesn't affect me like it used to. At least last night. At least not last night.
Your constitution is one of the many marvels about you, Torrin. I'm just glad that you're at my side. But, it may in fact be that the salt whores smell you before we smell them.
Depends if they're upwind or downwind.
I'll keep my nose the right direction. So now, where do we gather our precious cargo? He kind of looks into the crowd and wherever they're supposed to meet Lady Rosby.
Yeah, you would need to pick up your, gather your horses, so to speak, and that would be the stables. And you do head in that direction, at least I assume you do. And you see you do notice that it is Lady Elsbeth, and she's wearing a black cloak with a hood pulled over her head. And she is standing next to a white mare courser with a black mane, and there are two other horses there. Sir John, your horse is stabled inside, and the two other horses are probably Rounceys. Um, very, very flea-bitten Rounceys. Just not the most ideal horse, if you even would know that or not. But she looks over her shoulder as you approach, and she's kind of patting the mare on its neck, and she turns and says, "Ah, you slept in. I thought we were leaving already."
Does she appear to be dressed as a commoner?
Yeah, yeah. It's the not the. I mean, the cloak is kind of probably a little nice for a commoner, but she doesn't look like, she doesn't have a gown on that you can tell. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just probably a very simple dress underneath the cloak.
Seems to be you're dressed the part.
As much as I am able or want to do. There are certain things that even a girl like me is accustomed to and does enjoy.
Well, milady, with hope. Hopefully they do not does not bother you too much to be without those creature comforts for the next few days.
It is either that or a horrific death by rape and torture. I think I can make do.
Well,
They have brought out your horses for this. Do not believe you own any, do you? These are what my father has offered for you.
Doran,
As long as it says it's a beast that gets us from place to place, my lady, it will serve our needs. Although, he kind of looks over at the black horse. Your beast itself is quite a quite a thing to behold. What's his name, Lady Rosby?
Ah, yes, it is a mare. Her name is Moon Goddess.
An apt name, my lady. Rather reflective of your own beauty, might I say, although it's quite obscured by that cloak right now. Not to say that your beauty is easily obscured, but I hope you get my drift.
Not really, but that's okay.
Yes, my lady.
Sir John will go into the stables to retrieve his horse.
Yeah. What are you riding? You're probably riding a courser as well, or I don't know if you would ride a derster um, on the road like this, but
Yeah, I'm probably courser.
yeah. So everybody collects their horses, and she quickly mounts hers with no effort, with practiced ease, and begins to ride off towards the gate of Rosby. And yeah, you notice that her saddlebags are just. She has several, just on the back of the horse, just full of stuff.
Eric mounts his Rouncy and kind of looks down at the saddle, and it's kind of cracked and worn leather, not unlike his sword belt, and kind of spurs it forward, and it clip clops forward, and doesn't quite keep up with Moon Goddess, but eventually they fall side by side.
Sir John will look at Torin and Eric. So which one of you has the better eyes?
Oh, I've seen a few things in my years. I think my eyesight hasn't failed me as I casually scroll through my. Um,
I'm 2 and 1.
Perception is 3 and 2, so
That's not
probably
bad.
me.
Mm-hmm.
I was a scout for a sellsword company I belonged to for a few years. I think I'll do just fine.
Good, good. We'll have you lead the way. We'll follow.
Oh, I'll take up the rear and be the guard for Tully, if that's okay.
Yes, that should be fine.
Yeah, keep the lady company. I'm sure she won't have to teach you how to read, nor I. I know my letters.
And Sir John will smile. Yeah, that's very good of you.
He's really proud.
He reads like a first grader.
He probably does. Like his grandfather, that was like a minor lord, probably taught him some things before he died. Then he went off to be homeless. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you
Harren,
guys can do a perception check if you would like. It'd be considered for the entire trip up to the farmhouse. Okay.
So what do I roll perception at?
That is under senses.
Udalgi.
Nice. You have 0. You're not going to be very good at it, Sir John.
Oh, there we go. I see it. I was looking for yeah. No, I'm not gonna be good at it at all.
You can't beat his roll, regardless.
Right.
Torin, it's she is correct. It's not nearly as far as you might have guessed, because as she said, she was just going side saddle very slowly. It takes about a day, solid 8 hours maybe to get there. You uh, you head off. You're going up the Rosby Road, and just to give you kind of like some, let's just do this. Give you some perspective. So you're heading up here, and then you kind of come up north. So you're like right in this area somewhere. Let me see if I can just like do this. So, no, there's a pencil.
you can probably make the navigation on that permanent, so that like that map is permanently at
So
the
you can
top, and you
just,
can switch back and forth.
yeah, let me do that. So that would be showing navigation and all players. There you go. You guys can probably see it as when I click off. Let me just let me draw freehand. Yeah, that's fine. Well, draw, damn it. Well, shit. I don't know how to draw. Click and drag. Oh, okay. Click and drag. That's what I was doing. I don't know. It's not letting me draw. Anyway, it's right. It's just like basically ends up being kind of north of Rosby. Um, so yeah. Let me get back over to this, and then we want to not do this, but do stop. Start. So yeah, you head off and then you cut off the road, and there's like a little small trail that heads up to this farmhouse, and you kind of see smoke billowing in the distance, and these wheat fields, probably actually barley fields, and you see a farmhouse. You assume is what it is. It's what it looks like, and she says, "Ah, there it is."
You came here much as a young lady?
I do enjoy their company, and their fields. This gives me some great views of the sky. It looks like it will be clear tonight. It's not overcast like this in the picture, but
Good views of what, my lady?
the stars.
Ah, yes, the stars. Something to look and ponder upon.
Did you guys hear anything?
Birds.
Okay,
Crickets.
good.
Yep. Stream.
For some reason I don't hear it.
Groundhog.
That's okay.
Literal. I did hear groundhog.
Yeah. So, and she just kind of clops forward, haphazardly. Um, so, Torin, you've scouted out in front. There's nothing that seems untoward. There's nobody hiding. You don't see any signs of any group, large group at all. There's just a farmhouse in the distance.
Not seeing anything, Torin looks to Herrick and Sir John and Lady Elspeth and kind of nods. He goes, well, let us go say hello to your friends and I suppose settle down for the evening as we wait for nightfall so you can see the stars.
And she would approach the farmhouse. And let me activate that scene. Let me put you guys in it real quick. So she just approaches normally, unless you guys want to approach in a different manner than she is.
He,
Eric would just kind of bring up the rear as you guys, head in.
yeah, he would ride up normally.
Okay. You do, and then as you get closer, the door opens and somebody peeks out, and it is this lady. A heavy-set middle-aged woman, and when I say heavy-set, I mean quite big. She has an apron on, and she raises her hand, and she's got basically sausage fingers, and she waves, and she's like, "Oh, my lady, I cannot believe you've come. Come on, come on, come on into old Betsy's." And Elsbeth dismounts and goes and gives her a big hug, and just kind of pays you no mind really. And Betsy says, "Oh, you have friends with you this time, my lady. They're all welcome for Betsy's."
Is
Torin
there
said,
any smell of like baking bread or anything like coming out of the house?
Absolutely, absolutely. There's a there's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
there's a smell of food coming from inside, wafting, out the door as she opens it and you gets close. You get close. It smells like maybe fresh game meat being cooked with some other um, accoutrements.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Torn.
oh, he just kind of looks and smiles and nods. Thank you for allowing us to be your guests this evening.
Oh, of course, any friends of ladies is friends of mine. My old man, Willard, he's in the fields, but he'll be back soon. My daughter's inside as well. Uh, she's off limits. She's only 10, by the way. Elsbeth just gives her a look. They won't do anything of the sort. Do not worry. These are not iron men. They are my sworn shields. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Sworn shields, sworn shields. Would you like some stew? It's been cooking all day. We've got plenty for everyone.
Absolutely would, Betsy. The stew I can smell from here. And is that baking bread? Oh, it does smell dearly fresh. And Lady Elspeth, she spoke mighty highly of you and your hospitality on the way in, and such lovely environs too. Your abode, it's humble, I will say that.
Oh, you seem quite peckish, lad. Come on in and I'll feed you. Put some meat on
It's
your bones.
absolutely. Let's see, it was a long ride in here. And he kind of ducks into the earthen.
Sir John's gonna hitch his horse and take care of get it food and everything before he goes inside.
Yeah, as you kind of do that, a girl comes out. She's probably about 10, like she said, and oh, mother, it's Lady Elspeth, and they hug and kind of like as Elsbeth kind of swings her around, although Elsbeth's not even that much bigger than her, and Gwen just like giggles and she starts petting her horse and she leads the horse over to the little fenced in area and leads her in there. She's like, oh, there's not room for all of you, but you can hitch your other beasts there. And there's hitching posts on the outside of the fence too. So,
Yeah. Any place is a good place to hitch your horse.
well, I don't know about that. Okay. Let's get you in here. Don't need that. Don't need that. He's not here yet. No momento. Okay. You're inside basically what's a typical farmhouse for anybody that's been in them. It's essentially one room, and there's two beds, one for Gwen and one for Betsy and her husband. And there is a massive pot on the fire, and Herrick, your nose is just drawn to whatever is in that pot, and there is in the stone in the wall there is a furnace with baking bread as well. So come in, take a seat, take a load off. We have ale.
Oh, thank you. Much appreciated there, Lady Betsy. And he'll come in and sit down and
Oh,
kind
he,
of.
he called me a lady. Did you hear him? You think I'm a
Just,
lady, do you?
no, I know you're not, but it pays to be respectful for those being nice enough to let us stay the night in their home.
Why, aren't you a trickster? Got a golden tongue, this one does. You stay away
Not
from
all
me. I'm taken. And she just waves her hand at you.
She laughs. You can trust Torrin. Chivalry's not dead, Betsy. He's just trying to act a right man. Be a good example for your little lass there.
Oh, really? That's good to hear, Gwen. Did you hear? This one's a good example for you. Maybe you'll find a nice, handsome man like him one day, maybe with a little more hair on top. But hey, we can't all be perfect.
Herrick gives Torrin a little nudge in the side as he takes a big crust of bread and swallows it. Torrin's nearly without flaw. Hair is the only one, Gwen.
Well, that's so wonderful to hear. Does he snore? Because if he snores, well, regardless if he snores or not, you all be sleeping in the stables, and the outhouse, not the outhouse, but the outbuilding, I should say. If that's okay, there's plenty of straw, except the lady, of course.
I appreciate the offer, Betsy, but it's our duty to provide security for Lady Elspeth. It might be that we don't sleep at all or we take shifts. Uh, where's going to be the safest place for you to stay,
Uh,
Elspeth?
Oswald just says, "Oh, I'll be out in the field. I don't reckon that I will be sleeping tonight."
Well, then I reckon to say that our place is right at your side. Wouldn't you second me, Sir John Torrin?
Yeah, this I agree. Looks like we will be staying the night in the field as well.
Oh, I don't think that's necessary. There's nothing here.
If you're concerned about your privacy, we could stay some distance.
You won't see us nor hear us, I dare say. We'll be quite meek.
I think I would rather do it by myself. I'm sorry. Don't worry. There's nothing here.
And Sir John look around. No, nothing here. There's plenty out there, though. You get the wolves and all sorts of things that would happen to prey upon somebody unsuspecting.
Oh, if I would see a wolf in the fields, I would be mighty curious. The wolves won't harm me. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm free of my father's overbearing nature for one night. Just, I know that it is your duty to protect me. I will be fine. If you wish to look over me, I suppose you can. It would be quite boring for you, I would assume.
Well, boring is half the battle, some would say.
Boring or not, it is our duty.
Well, if this is what you wish to do, then when the night comes, you will watch me watch the stars.
Your father's paying us handsomely to do just that. Well, I'll welcome a night this full of peace. And perhaps you can educate us, although, like I said, it sounds like you prefer us out of earsight and out of sight.
Ah, when the moon rises, yes. There's much to see in the stars, or so I have been taught. One day they will illuminate me to their meaning in all of our lives. I believe that there's probably something in the scripture of every sept in Westeros about this. I'm sure. Unfortunately, the Seven has never been much interest to me.
I don't think Herrick says anything, but takes a big, busies himself eating his stew so he doesn't have to opine. He would think that it's the future brother-in-law's place to say anything if anything's to be said.
Yeah, Torrin kind of copies Herrick. He's like, no, I'm not getting into that one because he's a firm believer in the Seven, and he's not going to sit and question a lady of House Rosby.
Yeah, Sir John, as he takes some stew, you look at Betsy. Well, thank you for your hospitality nonetheless. And you look at Elizabeth there. But the Seven, see, I was knighted by it. But I have known some that have, some who have foolhardily went all the way in and believing it and still came out on the other side uh, unhospitable individuals, I could say. I also know some that never embraced it, and some of the best people I've ever met. I am not here to judge. I am not accepting of any means. But by their grace, or some grace, we have made it this far in life. So at least that I could drink to.
She
And
shrugs.
Sir John does not want anything to do with the debate either.
Yeah, she shrugs, and um, when a bowl is set in front of her, she eats of the stew. Yes, I am not here to pontificate religion with anyone. It is not my intent. I am also not an apostate, as some would think. I simply do not care one way or another.
Yes, my lady. We all have a road we walk on our own. Sometimes they intermingle, sometimes they don't.
Worry not, Sir John. When they ask me to say the words on my wedding night, I will.
Ah, my lady, that is no business of mine. For I wouldn't judge you one way or the other.
I would
But
not wish to cause a scene for you and your family.
well, that would be appreciated, of course. Kind of give a wink and a smile as he eats some stew.
Anything
And then
else
he'll.
before nighttime?
Sir John will ask her, so the stars tonight, what's so special about them that you had to make haste to see them? That the stars the same here or there or anywhere? Don't they present themselves?
They do sometimes, but I find this place peaceful. There's something about these fields and this land and away from the town or cities and people. I will likely sketch what I see. I have been doing this for quite some time, much to my father's chagrin. I should be a proper lady, he says, but I have never been what he has wanted. Perhaps he. Perhaps that this is not just a marriage pact for an alliance, but just to be done with me. I am old. I was betrothed before. Herrick, you didn't. Did you obviously? Well, I guess I don't know. Did you say anything to Torin or Sir John about what you know about her? The rumors about her?
No, this is where he's going to say it. And
Yeah.
like in between, just out of the corner of his mouth almost, he's like between bites of stew, and he says, "But you got to admit, my lady, it's quite an upgrade. Uh, I mean, wedding a Tully over one of those bastards. How's good buddy? It was a good. What's the what is it?
I
It was
think
the one that
Good
the
brother.
one
it's.
the
I
one
think
Good
it's
brother.
he's
good. I think it's good, brother. They're the
it is.
ones
It's the
that.
one that I
Yeah.
don't like. It's the one that I
Yeah.
hate.
I
It's
think it's. I think
good
it's
brother.
House Good Brother. Let's see. House Good Brother.
That's my mom was
Yeah.
raped by Ralph Crow's Eye, good brother.
Maybe that's not. I was thinking of a Riverlands house that was kind of like more loyal to House Hoare, but I don't remember what that is off the top of my head. It could be Good Brother. That's fine, even though they're an
Good brother, it's
Ironborn
fine.
house. Yeah, she says, "Well, that is true."
And then, might I venture a guess that though you might not be absolutely excited and thrilled about this wedding, that I dare say if Lord Tully's brother himself doesn't care too much about your proclivities, then I suppose the groom won't either.
I could not say.
Uh, well, I'm a bit different than my brother, but Rest assured, it'd be a better match than one of those salt-eating families.
Well, as you say, he is firm. My old betrothed was not so firm. He had a big belly, a beard longer than yours, Torin, and not so well kept, and he had quite bad breath.
Let us drink to his end. And Herrick raises his cup, and the wine sloshes out a little bit. May he rot where he died.
Yeah, Elsbeth looks at you and nods and lifts the tankard, and Betsy says, "Well, I think we might want to go to more suitable conversation, if that's okay. Deaths and whatnot is not dinner talk."
Apologies, Betsy. The bread is magnificent. This stew has filled my belly like nothing else could. Thank you so much.
Oh, of course. I wonder where your father is. And she kind of goes over to the door, and there's a bell, and she rings it. Ding, 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 ding. He is late again. It's getting dark. And it is getting a little darker. And let me. She heads over and starts lighting some candles.
Is he normally this late?
Oh, not normally. He likes my stew.
Herrick ducks out
Yeah,
the
she's
door.
like looking into the field. I don't see him though. We could be picking apples, and there's an apple grove that way, and she kind of just points. I'm sorry. Now I'm starting to get a little skittish. I wonder if maybe you gentlemen could go and see if he's about and tell him that dinner's on the table.
That's what we're here for.
No, that would be quite lovely. I would really appreciate that.
Well, I think that'd be the proper job of ourselves, don't you think, men? Although I think also, Lady Rosby, you're going to need to come with us. The rumors around town are that you're hankering for adventure, whether your daddy like it or not. Here's your chance, Elsbeth.
Oh, well, quite certainly. I would not mind going to pay a visit and talk to Willard. He knows me. That would be reassuring for him. I'm happy to go.
Well, Sir John, Torin, I don't think we should tarry.
Sir John's gonna wipe his mouth. Ah, yes. Perhaps he fell down somewhere. But I don't know this land as much. But I'm sure he's fine. He'll stand up. Which way did you say those orchards were?
Oh, just that way. She kind of points to a bit north.
I don't suppose he has a lantern of any kind.
Oh, he should have some candles with him, but maybe a torch. We have a little outbuilding over by the orchard there that we can collect apples and store them. My guess is that he's just lost track of time and
All right. Well, then I guess we go look.
to take this. And she goes to the back and reaches around and grabs a torch, unlit torch, and kind of hands it to you. Sometimes we do have to do some work at night, so we do have a few of these around.
Sounds good, my lady. And he'll wait for one of the others to grab the torch. He'll go stand in the door looking towards where she pointed.
Elsa says, "I do know where the apple orchards are, so I can take you there. You can follow me."
Eric, head on out.
Let us go. He waits for one of them to hand the torches. Torin kind of looks at his small and goes, "Oh, don't look at me. I need 2 hands to use this thing, if need be."
Stay near me. Torch in my left hand, sword in my right. You behind me, Torin, and nothing between us, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, off into the gloom. Here we go.
Give me one
That
sec.
straw mattress is sounding mighty good right now.
What kind of moonlight are we expecting?
I believe Elspeth said it would be a full moon.
She's a witch. She's a witch.
That's what some people think.
Witch.
Let's see. Where's? Give me 2 seconds here.
If the moon is bright enough, we may not need to light ourselves with torches.
Yes, it will be a full moon by my accounting, so I believe we should have plenty of light. Okay. Here we go. Activate. You do walk for a while, probably maybe 10 minutes as it's getting darker. And you do come upon the apple orchard, and you look around, and nothing's obvious. First glance, you do not see anyone here.
What's his name? The guy?
Willard.
Willard! Willard!
Your voice just echoes across the field. There's no response.
Well,
Willard, like his lady, was he kind of wondering if he's like hugely obese?
A portly man.
Oh.
Yeah, like if he keeled
No,
over
actually,
somewhere.
he is quite fit. He does all the farm work. He's an older fellow, but not so old that he would be decrepit.
She clearly does the baking and the cooking. I understand, my lady. Understood. He's nowhere to be seen here.
Why don't you guys give me perception skill checks?
I don't know how to roll these things.
So go to your character sheet.
I got it.
Go to okay. So 44. That is good.
Torin has night vision naturally, apparently, from the scene.
You see a basket underneath one of the trees. You think it's a basket. It's like this one down here, so it's not like real plain in the darkness, but
Hmm. The other two kind of notice Torin maybe grip his maul a little bit differently and points over to where the basket's sitting, goes, looks like Willard's basket is over there.
Um, yeah, Harry just kind of cautiously creeps that way.
Yeah, sir. Sir John's gonna handle his sword there.
yeah,
But
Harik, if you head over there, you do see the basket. It's looks half full. It doesn't look like it's been disturbed. It's sitting there. There's no apples on the ground that appear to have been knocked out, or it's not like half knocked over or anything like that. It's just sitting there under the tree.
I would like to click both thumbsticks to activate my Witcher sense. No, he looks around and kind of unsheathes the sword and pokes around in the tall grass and like feeling around for bodies and looks down and no sign of Willard, no sound of Willard, no smell of Willard.
You
Where
could
the
smell
fuck is
him.
Willard?
I don't know where Willard
Sometimes,
is.
if he's been
Perhaps,
dead for days. But
I doubt he's dead. But perhaps he could have left. I don't know. I don't know where he would be.
She did mention an outbuilding out here, did she not?
Yes, it's this way, and she kind of takes you around on the other side of this grove, and you do see it. It's basically a very small building, and it has like one door that's pretty much the side of the building that slides open because this is mostly used for storage. The door is shut. You don't see anybody there. You don't see any indication that anyone's been here that you can tell from this far, at least.
with
So
any
yeah.
luck, he's took a nap and slept longer than he planned in this building. That is the best hope we have for now.
For yes, because if he's not here, he's not at the apple orchard or the house, or the hovel, I should say. There's not very many places he could be. That is in the fortunate circumstances, I could say.
Well, do one of you brave lads want to check the building?
Torin will walk up to it and look for the handle and slowly pull it open to see what's inside.
You pull it open, and the smell of apples hits your nose. And yeah, you don't see There's nobody in there. The apples do look a bit messy, but it's hard to say if that's just the normal state of affairs or something got knocked over. It's kind of impossible to say.
Well, besides apples, there's no Willard. He kind of picks up an apple and takes a bite. Hmm. Best guess? He looks to Herrick and John.
best guess. Oh, he left his basket full. I don't know if he would have done that. Yes.
Um, Torin looks over to Lady Elspeth. I don't suppose there's an area, not to be uncouth, but someone would maybe have to relieve themselves. They could go off somewhere in private. Perhaps that's what he's doing.
Well, there is an outhouse by the house. I'm sure there's any place around here. There would be plenty of places for that. I can't say I've spent much time out here. But, gentlemen, uh, I must get back and get my um, tools to sketch the sky. I'm sure he is fine.
Well, this does change things a little bit. We'll have to be on our guard a little bit more than we were expecting. For him to go missing on the day that we were supposed to arrive.
Yeah, Torn definitely kind of has that expression like, this is not like a good sign. And the fact that she just wants to go grab her stuff so she can draw is kind of off-putting, but well, gentlemen, I suppose one of us should escort her back and the other two should continue the search, or do we abandon the search and simply decide what rotation we'll have this evening while the lady here is out mapping the stars?
Well, no Willard here. No response to the yelling. There's no reason for him to voyage far away from the orchard if he was picking apples. I do think something ill is about. Perhaps we ought to stop looking and head back to the hovel so we can kind of get to Our Lady's stuff if she's still in need of drawing or whatever it is that she plans to do. And we'll protect her. If Willard's out and about, he may show up at home. That's none of our concern at the moment.
I would ask that I do not want Betsy to be out of sorts and cause a panic. So perhaps you could tell her that you saw signs that perhaps he went to another. There's another farmstead that way, and she kind of just generally points past the trees. I think it is a couple miles. Perhaps he went there for some reason. Perhaps you could just give her some comfort. And then in the morn, perhaps he will be back. I'm sure he will.
And from what she said, it doesn't seem like he would miss the stew.
Well, she seemed to be taken with you, Torn. Perhaps if you gave her some comfort and telling her that you thought that he went to that farmstead, that she would be appeased, and we can get back and I can prepare myself.
Torrance kind of like uneasy with that. He's like, well, my lady, I will let her know that there are no signs of foul play, and perhaps he is at another homestead discussing something with a neighbor.
I believe they buy goods off those people. Goat's milk, I think. I can't remember, honestly.
Well, regardless, we must get back.
Yes, I agree. And she just turns around and starts walking back.
Sir John's going to look at Torn and Herrick in that brief moment of as she walks away.
Herrick kind of murmurs to himself and says, "My lady is very obstinate." He tries, is lowering his voice so she can't hear him. She's incredibly obstinate. She's doing what she wants. Sir John, you're her future brother-in-law. Could you get her under control? I dare say that she's our charge, and Lord Tully pays our check.
Well, we are doing what we're supposed to be doing. I am not.
Lord Rosby.
I don't think we should spend any time looking for the lady's husband as much as I think we would like to. But again, we have to keep our guard up a little higher. We came here for a reason. We might as well see it through. But the old lady's husband is none of my concern.
Well said. Our charge is Lady Elsbeth, not Willard. If we can find him, good, but I do agree, as much as I would like to find him, that is not our concern.
But
I
it's
agree.
still a bit suspicious that he's missing at this day and time.
I do agree. I try not to see. I don't see coincidence.
There are many queer things about, including Lady Rosby herself. Come here, stop, listen, both of you, huddled in close. You do know about her former suitor, yeah?
No, what of him?
Well, there are rumors about, some whisper in the street that she's a little, folksy, they say. The wise women,
I didn't need
good with
the.
poisons type.
That I was not familiar with.
Hence my joke about the late good brother, the House Hoare suitor that went dead, and why it's such an upgrade to House Tully. It's also said that Lady Rosby goes out and about often, and as we have noticed, she's difficult to control. We get her from point A to point B, and we wash our hands of it.
Sir John's like, how can I do that?
Right. Well, peasants do like to tell their stories.
Looking at Torin, Torin and Harren can just leave this whole affair.
Sir John, you are the one with the nobility in your blood. She will have to listen to you. I am just a commoner, and Herrick is a bastard. She can use her station to ignore anything we say, but you will have to be the one that convinces her to follow a more direct path instead of this sightseeing of the Riverlands on her way to Riverrun.
Well, once we get through the night, well, we should probably have smoother sailing, I think. After all, she may never be here again. That's kind of the reason why we agreed. And maybe that's why she's so earnest. But regardless, we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for whoever took the husband. May seem to want to take the lady as well. And I say take because I don't think he wandered off to another hovel.
Who would take such an old man? And if I had my druthers, I would lash Lady Rosby to a bed and go out into the night in search of this old fool.
Iron Islanders do not need reason for the atrocities and cruelties that they do.
Agreed. Ravenous wolves they are. Not even that.
Or perhaps somebody knows that that lady comes here and that we may end up here, and they set the ambush for us.
It is possible that the Black Hand has spies, or excuse me, the Black has spies about to ensure his newly conquered domains are, I wouldn't say loyal, but perhaps not as rebellious as he wants them to be, or hopes they are not.
You wouldn't think this was the lady's doing herself. I mean,
I do not.
A little bit of wearing a yoke.
I do not believe her so foolish.
Besides,
Yeah.
she talks about them as she adores them. I don't think she would harm them in any way if what the rumors are true. But again, everybody loves their stories when it's about the royalty, the nobility.
Wow. I hear you. They're probably more tall tales than anything else and not an ounce of truth in them, but you hear the way she talks about the stars. There's something witchy about her, but again, our charge is her protection.
That's exactly it, and that we shall do through the night.
Enough talking. She's getting away from us. Let's hurry up.
Yeah, she is out in front of you and heading back to the home. She gets there before you, and um, she enters and has a conversation. You hear her talking as you come up behind her, and as you walk in, she says, "Yes, I was telling Betsy here that we had thought that Willard perhaps went to a one of the neighbors' houses. Perhaps he drank some wine there. I know that perhaps he wanted to get some goat's milk." And she just kind of pontic, just goes on and about something that she would have no idea, right? Just and Betsy seems to be a little bit satisfied. "Oh yes, we do need some more milk."
Well, if he needs some milk, I'm sure he is over there. Nothing to worry about. No signs of foul play. I'm sure he'll be back in the morn. Better to spend the night at the neighbors than brave the roads in the dark.
"Oh yes," Gwen's asleep. But yes, I'm sure that's it. I'm sure that's it. And Elsbeth is at this time is kind of goes back outside, and she's kind of getting her some of the things out of her um, travel bag, her what do you call
Easel.
yeah, she's getting uh, some writing. You're not really sure what this is, but it looks like paints and like an easel basically. Um, she's pulling it out of her travel bag, and she says, "It is about time. I'm sorry, Betsy, but you know that I need to be out in the field." "Oh, yes, of course, my lady, of course. Thank you for going and looking for my husband. I'm sure it will be all fine."
I'm sure he knows this land better than any of us. So if he doesn't show up that morning, maybe we'll give a bigger look under the light.
"Oh, yes, I would appreciate that. Thank you." And Elsbeth, by this time, is already walking out into the field.
Yeah, Sir John's gonna do a quick step, then kind of keep up with her.
"Oh, enjoy your drawings," Betsy says. Um, as you head out into the field, the stars are bright. There's doesn't it's not depicted here, but there's a moon. The moon is bright, and Elsbeth finds a spot which there's no actually. So most of this area is tall grasses and barley and stuff like that, and this area that she sits down in, there's everything's kind of stamped down. You're not sure. Maybe she's been here before, and this is her spot or something like that. That's kind of what it looks like. And she turns and looks at you. Please give me some privacy. You can just stand over there. And she kind of just waves, like, back towards the house a bit. And she sits down and starts setting up her things.
Torin kind of leans over to the two. How long do you think she'll be doing this?
Oh, how long is she going to be doing it? I'm already getting creeped out. Hey, look at the ground. Oh, the barley's looking healthy and nice around us beneath our boot. She's come here before.
Well, let's hope that she gets what she wants quickly enough.
I suppose we should spread out, form a perimeter of sorts, eh?
I agree.
Right.
I can maybe patrol the perimeter to ensure nothing comes this way, be it beast or man, and report back periodically.
Your eyes are better than mine, Torin. You know how it is. My eyes are strained, from all that learned things that I do. I'll keep the lady company.
For
Very
I
well.
feel I am not one about this hide in the dark, so I wouldn't know what to see.
So Torin, you're kind of doing a perimeter, right? And
Yep.
John and Harik, you're just kind of watching her, or
Yeah,
Yeah,
Herrick just kind of gets a little bit closer to her and
yeah,
just kind of makes idle chit chat.
Let the bastard watch.
yeah, yeah. If you get close enough, she's Harik, please. I'm busy. Please give me some room.
Absolutely, my lady. I was just wondering, though, why are you not more concerned about that Willard fella?
It is
You
not
seem
that I am
rather
not.
fond of Martha.
She just kind of Harik, we can talk about this later. Please give me some. Please go back over there, and if you need to watch me, you can. Just please be silent.
He goes back over to the boys. She really likes those pictures. She kicked me out of the magic circle.
Yeah. So for the next couple hours, she's painting and kind of will lay on her back sometimes, and sometimes she'll stand up and turn around and look up into the sky. And yeah, it's getting late. It's probably midnight, if not later. And you all are getting a little tired. I just for shits, let's give a stamina skill check for each of you. See how tired you're getting. It's under endurance. Yes, Torin does not give a sheet. Yeah, Harik, you're the worst. You drank a little last night too, but you are really really struggling. Even as you're kind of like standing there watching her. The other two not so much. But finally, after a while, she starts packing away her stuff, and whatever she's sketched on, it looks like you know. Some sort of scroll or papers. She takes them and she rolls them up and puts them in like a scroll case, and starts walking back to the house.
yeah, she's getting up. John will stand up and kind of nudge Herrick there.
Yeah, he kind of startles as he kind of stands up and he kind of pushes himself up on the point of his sword and pushes it back in its scabbard. What did I miss?
Not much. Her drawling, laying down, look at the stars. I do say I didn't see anything of witchcraft or any sort.
What do you call that then? Laying down, looking at the stars.
Uh, some people are fascinated by him, I guess. I never gave him a second thought. But it was
Some pe-
kind of enlightening.
some people are dreamers.
I know what about the rumors. That's all I'm saying. She's an interesting lass, though, and pretty in her own way.
Well, I dare say that the stables awaits us.
Yeah, she's getting back and she's putting her things in her saddlebag, and she, as you kind of come up behind her, she says, "I believe I know which way we should go. I've been inspired."
Oh, and what does your inspiration tell?
I believe we are going about this all wrong. I think the safest thing to actually do is go north. I would like to see the Isle of Faces before we pass over to Riverrun.
That's right near Harrenhal. Out of the frying pan into the fire. Absolutely not, Lady Elizabeth. You're our charge. I don't care what you saw in the stars.
I think it is far enough away from Harrenhal where we would not be in undue danger. What fool would go so close? Am I right?
The one that's suggesting we go there, my lady. I'm sorry I speak out of turn, but this is madness.
It is folly and madness.
Folly and madness. Yes, of course you're right. I'm sorry.
Well, perhaps there's a middle route. We don't take the King's Road. We could get the go skirt to by Holdfast. You can see the faces from the shore there, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Perhaps we can talk about this more in the morn.
Yes, this I agree. It is late.
Yes, I will retire to the stables, allowing you and was it Bethany to retire for the evening.
Yeah, Betsy.
That's it, yeah.
I'm sure she's already asleep. She's quite the snorer. You hear this rumble coming from inside.
CPAP machine.
Yes, CPAP machine. And she's like, good night, gentlemen. I don't know why I keep saying gentlemen. Sirs. And she goes inside, closes the door behind her.
Once she closes the door, he kind of leans to Harwick because he doesn't know Sir John as well. He goes, Harwick, no offense. I know she lives a sheltered life, but this stupid bitch is going to get us killed if we get anywhere near the Isle.
You and me are like mind. Sir John, or you, or Sir John, or somebody should tie the bitch up and put her right on that round seat, and we go right back to Lloyd.
Well,
Yeah.
we are planning to go up the Blackwater, are we not?
Yeah, that's not towards the God's Eye.
We were just saying. She's our charge. Sir John, no offense meant, but you're going to be stuck with this lass for a long time. But me and Torrin, we just want to see her not get killed. Or we get killed. And I think it's more likely that she's going to get all of us killed.
I mean, being on the God's Eye, that close to Harrenhal, it's like she's asking for trouble. I mean, the best she could hope for is to get ran through by a group of Ironborn.
And none of it's sitting right to me. She's been gazing at the stars, old men going missing. She acts like she cares about this family so much, but what's more important? The omens in the sky, that's what. None of it makes sense, Sir John. And I don't have a knight's brain, but I got common sense and it don't add up.
I will say it is a little odd. I will say that the God's Eye is a little close to our enemy. But I'm sure we're going to have our hands full either way we go. But to me, the only safe route is taking the Gold Road down to Castle and then cutting back down the Riverrun. We're going to cut the middle regardless. But we don't have to take her to the Isle of Faces. We could go the other way.
As you guys are talking kind of outside, I'm guessing kind of in between the two buildings, um, something kind of catches your attention and you turn back in the direction you came and you see maybe it's a fire. Something is burning in the distance.
Like
Back
from
towards
where
the
we
house?
came.
Yeah, from that direction, yes. From the orchard
Yeah.
area.
I think probably start heading that way, start jogging that way.
Sir John is gonna stop Herrick. This could be the trap.
A trap? What do you mean? Don't you see the flames up ahead?
The flames are none of our concern.
And the
It's the orchard that is.
the
This is the
flames.
opposite direction of the woman of our charge, right? Of
Well,
the
it's
lady.
just kind of where you just came from, right? Like the apple orchard and the outhouse, the outbuilding, in that
Oh,
direction is where the fire is from. Yeah. And in the distance, it seems like all kind of one fire. And you still do see that, but then in front of that, you see dots of fire coming towards.
Torches.
Yes.
Torn kind of points to the smaller flames. Aye, there, torches. Spread
Reaver.
out. Possibly. Spread out. Get behind something. Let us see what comes this way.
Herrick immediately kind of gets out of idiot mode and drops kind of low, his chest kind of brushing the barley as he crawls through the gloom and slithers through the shadows. He kind of slowly releases the steel from his scabbard. What does he see in the distance?
You see individuals coming this direction. And since it's getting kind of late on the East Coast, and to save Sim and let him sleep, we will end it here for the night.
Oh, yeah.